Hello everybody, I'm Liz and I'm going to do another Book Review Monday video. I was really hoping to have finished the Game of Thrones by now, but I haven't, so I'm going to talk about Bioshock Rapture by John Shirley. I finished this book last week and I absolutely was so happy and ecstatic every single page I read. It is an origin story of how Rapture came to be and how everything became all crazy and convoluted, as you see in the Bioshock games. The best way to sum up this entire story is actually the very first page you end up reading, and it says, dedicated to the fans of Bioshock and Bioshock 2, because this is such a fan read. If you're a fan of Bioshock, you'll absolutely love this story. The only thing that I struggled with in the story is I really wanted more of Andrew Ryan's origin stories because I wanted to hear more about his upbringing and what makes him the Andrew Ryan of the video games. This doesn't exactly happen, however, you do see how his mind gets twisted and warped from the beginning of him building Rapture all the way up until the crazy riots and the deaths and everything that occur right before the Bioshock games. You meet a character called Frank Garland, and by the first 50 pages of the story, I really wasn't sure how I felt about him. I felt like everything kind of fell into his lap and he was too good at what he did. However, the way he evolves in this story is insane, and I feel that he makes an excellent villain of the story because he is such a great mobster and he's so good at what he does. This book primarily follows a man called Bill McDonough, who's an Englishman who came to America after the end of World War II. He is riddled with PTSD and he is an engineer, but he couldn't find work as an engineer, so he ends up becoming a plumber, and that is how he meets Andrew Ryan. Andrew Ryan, seeing his potential, employs him to help him create Rapture. It also really goes into Frank Fontaine's origin story. You also get the birth of Atlas. You get to see Sue Chong, Tannenbaum, and Sophia Lamb in action. And it really brings nods into Bioshock 2, particularly with Sophia Lamb and her child Eleanor. You get to see Eleanor as a child, which I squealed with joy, and it also nods to the opening scene of Bioshock 2 where Eleanor is ripped from Delta. It brings all of the political turmoil of the story and how when they focus not on gods or politics, they will create this free nation in Rapture. It really runs rampant and wild, and it creates three main parties: those that follow Andrew Ryan, those that follow Frank Fontaine, and those that follow Sophia Lamb. It is so amazing, and the development of the characters, it's so gut-wrenching, especially when the plasmids start making people crazy and addicted and turn into splicers, and just the development of the plasmids and the slugs and the little sisters and the big daddies. Just that development of this story really brings out the fans and the nostalgia and everything about that, that as soon as I finished reading this book, I actually popped in Bioshock and played the first 2 chapters of the story right off the bat. And it ties so seamlessly. I didn't feel like there was any continuity issues or anything like that. And what was really nice about this book is they pull direct audio diaries from the video game and place them into the book in live time, which just makes you squeal, especially when you are as obsessed with Bioshock as I am. I just absolutely am so thrilled that I finally managed to finish this book, even though it took me a year to do so, because it just wraps up so seamlessly and it perfectly combines the reader and the video gamer in me. So if you are a Bioshock fan, definitely pick this book up. And in the spirit of great dystopian, sci-fi, crazy games and books, I would love to hear a recommendation from you guys, whether it is a great sci-fi video game or from you readers. What is some of your favorite dystopian, sci-fi, mad scientist-esque type of books? I would love to hear it so that I can transport myself into another amazing world. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!